All of us should agree. Honorable Speaker, please don't stop me.
You are now contravening standing under
Now the Speaker himself is interrupting.
Hoya guys, back to our YouTube channel. Thanks for your great support. Nyinyi ni watu wa nguvu zaidi. Without wasting time, nasema karibuni tena niendelee kukupakulia. Na nilikuambia guys, at the beginning of the day, at the middle of the day, and at the end of the day, lazima niwe nimekutafutia jinsi ambavyo mambo yamekuwa yakichemuka uweze kujionea. So nasema karibuni endelee kukupakulia jinsi ambavyo mambo yanajaribu kuchemuka hapa nchini Kenya. Number one, tunaanza na ladies. Kuna wale wanawake waliweza kuonekana, walikuwa spotted huku wakijaribu kadri ya uwezo wao kupokea 500, 1000, 1500 Kenyan shillings from William Samoei Arap Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, ili wakaende kuhubiri William Ruto pale nje kwamba William Ruto government yake inaenda sawa na atabakia mamlakani. Walikuwa spotted. Allow me to play clips wakati ambapo nakuambia na kuchezea clips. Sikiza.
Wasaliti! Wamama ndio wasaliti! Wamama ndio wasaliti! Wamama ndio wasaliti! Wamama wasaliti! Acha tuwe na hii gari. Wasaliti! Na watoto wetu wanauliwa! Na watoto wetu wanauliwa! Mabloka! Hizi ni wasaliti! Wasaliti! Mabloka! Mabloka ni wamama wasaliti! Toa hii gari hapa!
I can tell you, hii serikali ya William Ruto hakuna kitu saizi wanaweza fanya without Kenyans to know about it. Hakuna kitu hao watu watafanya bila Wakenya kutambua. Unajua saizi watu sio wajinga guys. Watu walierefuka. And that's why William Ruto akijaribu huku watu washatambua. Yaani watu wanasoma yeye mbele. Watu wanamsoma mbele. Watu wanakimbiza syllabus mbele kabisa than William Samoei Arap Ruto himself. Unaona watu wangu? So number 2. Kuna hii video Sam Gituku wa Citizen TV amejaribu kuexpose William Samoei Arap Ruto. Hii story ya Kilimani Police Station. Unajua Kilimani Police Station sio mbali na State House. And tunaarifiwa kwamba kuna wale residents na police officers ambao sio wa hapo walikuwa wanakuja kuwitness hizo affordable houses za police officers Kilimani. Na tunaarifiwa kwamba wale ambao walikuwa pale hawakuwa residents wa pale, na police officers ambao walikuwa pale sio police officers wa pale Kilimani. Unaona watu wangu? Sikiza.
What's fascinating to realize is the venue, as you say, it's a police housing scheme. Remember, under the Affordable Housing Act, there is the provision that there will be institutional housing being constructed using the housing levy. But I'm just wondering, because Kilimani Police Station is within the Dagoretti North constituency, it's not far from a State House, and the president really wanted to see the progress of the housing. I'm just wondering, why was there a need to have what looks like residents of Kilimani attending that?
So this wasn't a launch of a completed project?
It looks like it was an inspection of progress made.
Ongoing, okay.
So those images, and there has been several stories being told about how those residents ended up in Kilimani. But as you know, Kilimani area, you don't find residents like that.
Like how?
The crowd is
milling about,
and mostly women listening to the president. Kilimani is Kilimani, so those are not residents of Kilimani. First, secondly, they came to see affordable housing for the police officers. Those are not police officers. I don't know if they are spouses of police officers, but it's interesting to see that crowd in that.
Hey, so William Ruto tabani. Tuendelee tu guys, naendelea kuexpose huyu William Ruto, the president of the Republic of Kenya. But ensure pia umelike tukiendelea, na nasema thanks kwa hiyo like yako. Namba 3 tunaangalia Jamila Mohamed amejaribu kuexpose tena William Samoei Arap Ruto. Kama ulikuwa umemiss video ya Jamila Mohamed, acha nikuchezee. Nakwambia mambo yameanza kuharibika hapa Kenya. Sikiza.
They speak of discipline, values, morality. Talk of preaching water and drinking wine. Have you been watching our political leaders on the campaign trail lately? Have you seen how crude and crass it is getting out there on the podium? Leadership used to be about matters above the neck. But lately, the altitude has dropped dramatically, even below basic decency.
Mzuri, mwanaume aliye na afya na akili timamu aendangi raundi moja. Anaendanga raundi moja.
Na nyinyi wa mama mnajua yule mwanamume mmoja si yule anaenda one round. Si anaenda raundi ya pili na ya tatu. Sasa mnataka kushukisha William Ruto one round.
Una hii mbegu yangu ikimix mnaonaje? Ndio sababu nasema mimi leo sirudi na hii weather.
Siku hizi wanaume wamesahau, wanatupiga na mapanga, wanatupiga na marungu, na Mungu aliwapatia kitu ambaye wanatakana kutupiga nayo.
Nataka kuuliza hapa na munishike vizuri. Mtu anasikianga utamu saa zile yuko ndani ama nje?
Huyu mama akiwa kwa kitandani si unalala kabisa Utaamuka kesho ingine sio? Atoshi.
You have seen and heard it for yourselves. Now sit back and wait for your next lecture on how to bring up your children and how to raise them into responsible, patriotic citizens.
Ulisikia Nyai ati hai cousin. Ukifika Ukambani Nyai cousin. Ukija Mwatate unasema nyinyi mashemeji zangu.
And that is my memo.
So William Ruto bado anaendelea kufanya nini? Kuwa exposed hapa nchini Kenya. Up to wakati ambapo atakuwa na exit hii government yake 2027. Number 4. William Ruto kumbuka alikuwa ametumanisha Professor Kithure Kindiki kutafuta dialogue na Rigathi Gachagua, kutafuta dialogue na Gen Zs. But Gen Zs wanasema aje? Acha tutume Rex na Albert Ojwang wakuja dialogue. Unaona watu wangu?
Dialogue cannot happen. Mariera, just like the rest of the youths in this country, we want to make it very clear that we are not interested in dialogue. Do you want to tell me that those young people who died on June 25th and those who died the other day in Sabasaba, did they die because they were interested or they were fighting for dialogue? Do you want to tell me that those young people who are in police cells right now, those young people who have been sent to remand and others who are said to appear in court, were they fighting for dialogue? I want to ask our politicians to take a walk to City Mortuary and watch those lifeless bodies in that place so that they can come and tell us whether those young people who are lying there were fighting for dialogue. This movement did not start because we were fighting for dialogue. We started this movement because we were interested in fighting for a better country, a country free from corruption, a country free from punitive bills, a country free from police brutality and extrajudicial killings, a country free from abductions. That is what we were interested in fighting for. And if you keep on insisting with this dialogue, then we have nominated Albert Ojwang, we have nominated Rex Masai, we have nominated Eric Shieni to represent us in that dialogue committee. Any young person who may claim to speak on our own behalf must be ignored because they are not part of us. This movement is still leaderless and it will keep on being leaderless. The leaders of this leaderless movement are a fight against abductions, a fight against extrajudicial killings, a fight against police brutality, and a fight for a better country. Number two, we have given the board of IPOA exactly 24 hours to resign and apologize to Kenyans for failing to oversight and investigate the many and endless cases of police brutality in this country. We cannot afford a scenario where Kenyans are slaughtered in their own country like chicken, live on camera, live on TV, and IPOA cannot do anything. Mtu anapigwa risasi alafu anavurutwa kwa barabara kama gunia ya cabbage. That is unacceptable. Sasa IPOA wanangoja wa Kenya waanze kulalamika ama kuteta ndio waanze kufanya hizo investigations. We don't want you to keep on pretending that you are doing these investigations. We want you to resign and apologize to Kenyans and go home. That is what we are calling from you. How many cases of abductions have happened in this country? Hundreds of them. How many cases has IPOA investigated since the start? They have never investigated even a single case of abduction in this country. And you want Kenyans to behave normal. We want you to stop all the operations you are doing, all the investigations that you are pretending to do, and resign and go home. That is what the Kenyan youths are calling for. Na wale watu ambao wanasema shoot to kill. Shoot to kill kitu gani? Sisi hatuwaogopi. Hata mkirudi mseme sasa ni shoot to finish. Sisi tuko tayari kukabiliana na nyinyi. Kwani wale vijana mlio kwani walipiwa na radi? Sisi tukikuja kwa maandamano huwa tumejipanga kupatana na hiyo risasi. Ndio maana wakipiga risasi tunalala chini. Hakuna mtu analala juu. We are all aware of these shoot to kill orders. So with all these threats, with all these intimidations, we are not going to be scared and will keep on fighting for a better country in this country. And I want to ask you a simple question. If you cannot stop these shootings, how are you going to stop this looting of
Last point of the day ni kwamba yesterday Sifuna had a clash upande wa Senate na tulikuwa tumemiss hiyo zaidi. Sikiza.
For Nandi, that there is nothing like government property. Everything that the government owns is owned by the taxpayer. It's our money. It is ours to do with as we please. So nobody will lecture us about how to misuse our property. Secondly, Honorable Speaker, when we talk about taxpayer money, it is not just the money that goes to the county governments that is taxpayer money. Even the national government money is taxpayer money. It broke my heart, Honorable Speaker, just a few days to see a whole doctor posting on Twitter that after all the noise they made out here, Honorable Speaker, when they were coming here, when they were on strike saying the Senate should do something because health is devolved. After all the push we gave as a house to the medical doctors to push the National Assembly to allocate money to them in the current budget, a whole doctor goes on Twitter and says, "Thank you, President Ruto, for giving us money." That's not his money. That is public money. Honorable Speaker, that is public money. Number two, Honorable Speaker, as a taxpayer in this country, there are very few things that make me happy because we have serious problems with the way that this government utilizes our property. Honorable Speaker, the only time when you drive around this country and you see a road sign that says road maintenance levy, your taxes have been used to improve this road. That's the only time that I feel proud to be a taxpayer in this country. But all these other times, when you talk about people putting their photos everywhere, I have seen governors, whenever there is a tax waiver, his photo is bigger than the message that is in the newspaper. I have seen governors buying billboards. The face occupies 3/4 of the billboard. The message is so small, the rest of the billboard is his face. Honorable Speaker, even this week, I have seen a governor who is my friend, and I have to say this because I want him to succeed. He has bought time on Citizen TV, prime time. I was watching the news at night, and I see a governor advertising a project that is funded by the county government, and he's saying that this project has been funded by so and so. I was very shocked. Where do you get the money, Honorable Speaker? I don't want to be informed.
Sifuna, do you want to be
I don't want to be informed. I'm in the middle of teaching. I'm in the middle of a lecture. Honorable Speaker, so I was very shocked. You all have TVs, you can pay subscription, you will see the governor. So, Honorable Speaker, I ask that you protect me. When I began this submission, Honorable Speaker, I asked that you protect me because I knew this would happen. Honorable Speaker, we have seen images of governors.
What is your point of order, Senator Chelge? Under which standing order are you reaching the point?
Speaker, I stand under standing order 101 on contents of speech. When Senator Sifuna says he's teaching us, is it part of the rules of debate, Mr. Speaker? Are there children that he's teaching here? All of us are distinguished senators, and that governor, by the way, Mr. Speaker, is Governor George Natembea. That is why he's fearing to say.
Maybe he's teaching citizens of Kenya.
In fact, Honorable Speaker, if you look upstairs, you will see there are children there. Yeah, so allow me to teach. And when I'm standing here, I am not just speaking to this House, Honorable Speaker, I'm speaking to the country. So, Honorable Speaker, I have seen images of governors on something as mundane as milk packets for school milk, even on meals, Honorable Speaker. So that you want to tell us that this is Sifuna is doing. I have seen my colleagues in the National Assembly, Honorable Speaker, every single national government CDF funded project, they have to find a way to put their names on it. Even after the courts ruled that this thing is unconstitutional, they changed now, they say, oh, this is financial year 2022-2023, patron. Then they write Edwin Sifuna, patron. Honorable Speaker, this Mr. Musundi has identified a proper problem in this country. And we want to be able to say that every single coin that is utilized by national and county governments is actually our money. That's our property. Honorable Speaker, I've seen these patrons disbursing bursary checks, and they want to greet the parent and look them in the eye and ask them, who is the person who gave you this check? Then they say it is Sifuna. Then they say, remember me in 2027. Mr. Speaker, you would think that that money is their money. And one of the things I don't understand, these members of the National Assembly make the dishing out of checks to appear like something that is so appointed. Like a clerical job, who cannot dish out, who cannot, if your office wrote checks, how difficult is it to distribute checks? It's a physical transaction. So they come and make noise here and tell us all about how children will not go to school. Honorable Speaker, and that check has 2,500 shillings on it. There are people here who are educating children and they don't even announce it. Honorable Speaker, they should come to our offices so that we tell them all those children that I have paid school fees for. Even if you see a single one of them with a picture of Sifuna, you should ask me. They go there and they say, this is the so-and-so who did it for me. But you don't see me presenting checks here in Nairobi saying, oh, Sifuna is issuing bursaries today. That is not your money. Can you show us photos of you issuing your own money so that you leave this public money aside, Honorable Speaker? Then, Honorable Speaker, the majority leader even wanted us to extend this thing to Plex. There was a young man who was going around this country called Morara, auditing national projects. The country is led by Plex, written, oh, this project was commissioned by William Ruto on this particular day, on this particular day. Those are the other Plex that we need to go for, because that is not Ruto's money. He should also remove his name on those Plex. Honorable Speaker, it is the truth. The majority leader told us we need to extend it to Plex. I can show you those Plex.
Senator Sifuna, there is a point of order again from Senator Chelge.
Mr. Speaker, I rise again understanding 101 on contents of speech, Mr. Speaker. This obsession by Senator Sifuna or President William Ruto must stop. If he wants to discuss the president, he should bring a substantive motion. Then we can handle at that point. He should stop this obsession, Mr. Speaker. Please, protect, because the president is not here to defend himself. Because when you are making such assertion against anyone, they have a right to be here to defend themselves. But since he's not here, he should just stop dragging. You know, majority leader can defend himself because he's here, Mr. Speaker. Can the Honorable Senator withdraw and apologize or substantiate, Mr. Speaker, because when he says there are plaques that are littered with the name of President William Ruto in the country, that is not a statement of fact and standing order 105.
Senator Chalage, just a minute ago you are requesting to be given the names of the governors. Correct. You have the plates. Also you mentioned the name of a certain governor.
Correct.
Mr. Speaker, can I finish? Speaker, can I finish? Mr. Speaker, can I finish?
Too long.
Can I finish?
Listen, Senator Chalage, since too long cannot make a right. Also, Senator Sifuna, there was a communication from the chair about that standing order to avoid mentioning names of state officers who are not in this house. Maybe unless you bring a substantive motion.
Honorable Speaker,
can I finish?
The phrase.
Sit down, Bwana.
You are not a speaker.
All the senators.
You are not a speaker. Mr. Speaker, why is Senator Sifuna ordering me? You are the speaker.
Resume the seat.
Resume your seat, Senator Sifuna. Let me finish what I was saying. I'm saying as much as possible, you know, those plaques, those billboards and everything, whatever it is, avoid mentioning names of whatever billboard you saw, so that now we can make progress, Senator Chalage.
Honorable Speaker, can I proceed, please?
Yes, but
Honorable Speaker, we are not discussing personalities. We are discussing our money. The Senator for Narok, Honorable Speaker, came from a time when he was hosting the president in his county. So he came back and told us, oh, we have been given an airport in Narok. The contractors are there day and night. So one time I had been given a lift by a friend of mine. We were coming from somewhere in Western. I said, I want to see this airstrip in Narok that has a contractor day and night. So I asked the pilot to fly over that space. Honorable Speaker, there is a plaque sitting there. There are no contractors there. That young man called Morara has gone around the whole country, has shown us. Even when you go to the so-called stadium in Wote, if you go to Camarine Stadium, you will find those plaques there. Honorable Speaker, we cannot have these gatekeepers of the executive in the legislature. You do your job, let him do his job. So, Honorable Speaker, when he was going, Honorable Speaker, can you protect me from this head club?
Senator Chegre, you order, kindly.
No. Honorable Speaker, do you know?
Of order are not making sense now.
Honorable Speaker, there is.
Senator Chalage, can you allow?
You know, when you are used to using matatus, have you ever been in a chopper? You can see.
No.
Honorable Speaker, protect me from
Senator
this.
Chalage. Senator Chalage, I'm giving you the first warning this afternoon. I'm giving you the first warning. No point of order.
Honorable Speaker, please.
Let Senator Sifuna be in silence.
Thank you.
To conclude his...
Honorable Speaker, so the point that I was making, Honorable Speaker, is that those plaques with names of either projects that have been started or concluded should bear the same sign that I told you about, the Road Maintenance Levy Fund. It should say, your taxes have built this stadium in Wote. Your taxes have built this stadium in Camarine, which doesn't exist, by the way. Honorable Speaker, let me conclude by commenting on something he said. And I was very quiet when he spoke, so I hope he will be quiet too. Honorable Speaker, as a responsible government, you cannot tell us to wait for you to face you in 2027, and you are killing us today. Albert Ojwang is in the ground. He will not be able to meet William Ruto in 2027. So if we stopped, all of us, if all of us agreed, all of us should agree.
Senator
all of us
Sifuna,
should agree. Honorable Speaker, please don't stop me.
You are now contravening standing on the 121.
Now the Speaker himself is interrupting me.
Standing on the 121.